T Gang. This your boy with the fat SwaggyReacts, and we are back with another reaction video, man. And yo, tonight, like, shouts out to Mr. Nightmare, man. Like, he dropped one for us yesterday. I'm a day late, man, but I'm here now, man. If you guys checking this video out for the first time, I drop one of these every night at midnight, man. So listen, if you guys want to join the journey, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell, man. But tonight, like, we're gonna be checking out 3 more true scary Instagram stories. Now, y'all know Instagram is one of the most popular apps or whatever. Like, TikTok is going crazy, Snapchat, this, that, and the third. But there's always some weirdos on Instagram, man, to be throwing up like fake pages and just like, be trying to catfish people a lot, this, that, and the third, and just a lot of weirdos on there, whatever, like looking for all the wrong things as far as like just trying to set up women, this, that, and the third, or like you guys know, man. I'm pretty sure, like most of all you guys probably experienced like one creepy person every now and again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is what we're gonna be checking out tonight, man. Again, like, shouts out to Mr. Nightmare, man. He need to upload more, man, cause he don't even be dropping like that for real. He be dropping every few weeks or something like that. He need to be like every week or some shit, man. Cause that'd be greatly appreciated, Mr. Nightmare, man. But hey, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. I think we are like 100 subs away from 20K, and I got a surprise when we get to 20K, man. So as soon as y'all get me there, as soon as y'all see the surprise, and I promise you, like, y'all are going to love it. So let's get into it, y'all. Okay. Okay. Story 1.
Instagram is my favorite time waster app. I spend a good chunk of my free time browsing it.
Yeah.
I've gotten my fair share of creepy DMs. I've learned to ignore them. So when I got a notification from Instagram that some random account requested to DM me, I didn't sweat it. I did, however, just open the DM because I always do out of curiosity. The DM was a link to another Instagram profile named Perfect Always with a Z. I pressed the link and it opened this page with a bunch of pictures of girls, like young girls, seemingly varying in ages from 13 to 20. As I continued to scroll through the account, I picked up on an unsettling fact, that all the pictures seemed to have been taken in secret. Like, one girl was on a school bus, one was sitting on a park bench, one was taken from behind a bush of a girl walking on a sidewalk, one was taken of a group of girls at a college campus.
See, this is just like all signs of already he's just like a weirdo, taking pictures of different girls and having them on their page. Or like if you come across those videos, only have like one photo. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's like, bro, like that's clearly either like someone trying to scam somebody or possibly a catfish. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just leave those jokes alone, man.
Girl walking on a sidewalk. One was taken of a group of girls at a college campus. Expecting to find perverted comments on the posts, all I found were positive comments like "keep up the good work" and "nice." There were also some comments with random numbers, like 500, and that's it.
Oh, yeah.
And every single account that commented appeared to be spam accounts.
Yeah.
Like no profile pictures and no followers.
Yep.
It was a weird and creepy account, so I reported it and sent a link of it to my friend Ali. Then I went about my business. I was at school when all this happened, so I couldn't give it too much attention to begin with. It wasn't until after school when I got home that Ali finally texted back saying, "OMFG, who did that? That's crazy." I replied, "I know, it's so creepy." She seemed more concerned and shocked than I was expecting her to be. She replied saying, "You need to report that to the police right away." I replied back, "Why me? It's not exactly my problem."
Right.
She replied back with nothing but question marks mixed with exclamation points. So I said, "Why are you freaking out?" She said, "Why don't you care about someone posting pictures of you on their Instagram?" My heart sank. I immediately rushed to click the link again and view the profile. This time there were 2 new photos uploaded to the page. One of a girl in the passenger seat of an SUV, and one a picture of me walking home.
Oh!
It was taken from inside a car parked on the side of the road. I remembered seeing that car. I remembered noticing someone sitting in it.
Bro.
This just seemed unreal. I called Ali
Exactly what I be talking about, bro. These weirdos like this, just sitting in cars, like you see what I say? You see what I be saying, y'all? Like, come on, man.
at once, freaking out. I told her why I didn't understand at first and explained how some random account DM'd me the link. Ali told me to report it to Instagram and the police. I told her I reported it to Instagram already and told her to do the same.
Right.
I stayed locked in my room talking to Ali for at least an hour as I was home alone. The next time I refreshed that Instagram page, it said this page does not exist.
Thank God.
First thought, okay, it blocked me, so I asked Ali to refresh it as well, and it said the same thing for her. We both used our Finsta accounts to confirm that it was removed, and it was. The account no longer appeared.
Good.
I still don't know if it was taken down by Instagram or if the creator of the account deactivated it. I also have no idea what those numbers in the comments meant. Either way, it seemed like one big setup thing.
Right.
I'm scared to know any other details about what was going on with that Instagram page.
Man, that's why I barely even get on IG, man. I don't got time. Like, ugh.
This situation happened in my first year of high school. I was 15 years old and lived pretty far from school, which resulted in me taking public transportation to and from there.
Okay.
My Instagram was set to public back then, and I never really cared much about who followed me, which, in retrospect, being a young teen, I should have. My page was pretty standard. I was visible in most of my posts, posing by myself or with a couple of my friends for the most part.
Yeah.
I also post a lot of my story, which for those of you who don't know, allows users to share photos and videos to their story for 24 hours. In those stories, I would sometimes include a shot of me waiting for the bus or at the subway with music playing in the background. I remember posting such one day, and randomly looking at my stories and seeing who viewed them. I had around 120 views, most of them from people I knew. One account in particular stuck out. The profile pic showed an unfamiliar middle-aged man. The selfie was taken at a weird close-up angle, like those cliché parent selfies. He had seen every one of my stories posted. I didn't really think that much of it, and continued about my day. Hours later, when I was nearing sleep at around 2 a.m., I got notifications that that same man had requested to DM me, followed me, and liked all my posts. I had about 12 posts, so it wasn't a crazy amount of notifications. I opened his DM and it just said, "Hey," with a smiley face. I definitely found this crazy weird, so I didn't respond and checked his profile. His username was odd. Sam with a bunch of numbers. He only had one post. The weird angled...
See, the ones with a whole bunch of numbers, this, that, and the third be having like Sam, then 85, like 85, 26, 17, 83, and shit like, no. Or like, and again, like you click on the video, like on their Instagram, they have like one photo, or no photos, or like not following nobody and stuff like that. Like those type of people that you have to watch out as well for, man, because they're crazy. They're crazy.
Sam with a bunch of numbers. He only had one post. The weird angled selfie with 2 likes. I finally got a decent look at his face. He was pale and bald with dark tinted sports glasses. He seemed to be wearing a ripped white t-shirt. He had 5 followers and was following around 400 people, which mostly consisted of teenage girls, young women, and a few celebrities. Realizing what an actual creeper this guy was, I blocked him, plain and simple.
Right.
In the morning, I got off the subway stop that's next to my school and took a seat on the bench in the middle of the platform to adjust my backpack. Upon doing this, I felt someone watching me. The platform was packed with people, so I thought maybe it was just my anxiety. I rose up and turned to find the now familiar middle-aged creep staring at me.
Oh,
His eyes
no.
were glossy blue colors, sunken and droopy. He stood a good 20 feet from me, just...
Hold on, so it was the same guy that was on the IG pic? Hold on, let's go back.
I rose up and turned to find the now familiar middle-aged creep staring at me.
Oh.
His eyes were glossy blue colors, sunken and droopy. He stood a good 20 feet from me, just gawking with an angered frown. I felt a strong urge to throw up and cry at the same time. My skin prickled and my whole body filled with fear. Everything I was feeling was multiplied by 1,000 as I realized he was slowly walking towards me.
Oh, hell no.
No one paid him any attention.
Oh, hell
no.
no.
one batted an eye.
Oh, hell
I
no.
remember breathing hard and heavily, wishing someone would pick up on what was happening. I turned and speed walked around and past people trying to lose him. And
Bruh.
with each step I took back, he took 2 steps forward. He was getting a lot closer to me by the second. It was all happening so fast, and I honest to God didn't know whether to continue to run or attempt to draw attention to him. I ran into a woman with a seemingly friendly face on the stairs, and that's when I decided on the ladder. I told her that guy in white is following me. As I spoke, I heard my own voice quiver, and that's when I realized how afraid and panicked I actually was.
Yeah, man.
She noticed the man I was...
like, I'm pretty sure like a lot of my like women viewers can account for this. Know what I'm saying? If you guys are just out and about, just minding your own business, know what I'm saying, like shopping or again, like from getting off the train or something like that, or just coming home from like wherever. Like you see a guy just randomly just walking like, behind you or beside you and he's getting closer and closer and closer, like that's gonna make you feel uncomfortable. You're gonna like not want to draw much attention, but you want to try to get as far away from that guy as possible. So like from her, like she like bumping into like a familiar face pretty much just saved her life right there. Know what I'm saying? So like that's why I say like if you guys are ever out alone, man, just make sure you guys got some mace or something, or just make sure you got something to be able to protect yourself against these crazy guys out here, man. Seriously.
And that's when I realized how afraid and panicked I actually was. She noticed the man I was referring to at the bottom of the steps, and right away she called him out. She told him to stop following me or she'd call the police.
Right.
Her shouts made him freeze as others began to stop and take note of the situation. She stood protectively in front of me, waiting for his next move. I took the opportunity to snap a quick pic of his face that I would later use to report him. In my head,
Smart.
all I thought was, he's not going to do anything with people watching me. He can't be that stupid.
Right.
And I was right. He turned around and got on the next subway train.
Yeah.
The woman walked me to my school, and on the way, I couldn't help but wonder how that man could have possibly found me. And then I remembered. I posted a story of the subway stop I got off. That realization alone made my skin crawl and taught me a very important lesson to never reveal your specific location to your public social media. After the woman walked me to my school, I thanked her and actually gave her a hug. I don't know what I would have done if she hadn't stepped in. I wasn't brave enough to say anything to the man, so frozen in fear. But that woman was, and I'm forever grateful for her.
Exactly.
And I hope that if anyone is ever in her position, that they will step in and use their voice to help.
Yes, man. Yes. Story 3. Let's go.
The internet and social media can be a very dangerous thing. This personal experience of mine is a prime example of what I mean. I've had an Instagram account for like 7 years now. I used to post on it a lot more when I was younger. These days I really don't post at all, and I only open the app like once a day just to browse my friends' posts or whatever. Well, recently I lost my phone. I figured it was time for a new one anyway though. I did try the whole find my iPhone thing, but it said my phone was like 30 miles away. It just wasn't worth it for that old phone.
Yeah.
Moving on, one day not too long ago, I got a DM from a kid from high school that I hadn't spoken to in years. In fact, I didn't even follow him. I peeped what he DM'd me, and it was a heads up message. He was bringing it to my attention that someone was using my pictures on a fake Instagram account. He shared the profile in question with me, so I had a look and realized he was right. There was this entire account pretending to be me, just using a different name.
Bro, like in that, like someone's trying to catfish, bro. Like that's crazy, bro. Like, come on, bro. We gotta chill with this, man. We gotta, like, bro, like God always said, come as you are, bro. Whoever it is, bro, like, there's always someone out there for you. You just have to be patient and wait for them. Or just be lucky enough to come across them. Just be yourself, bro. Know what I'm saying? You don't have to sit here and make, I don't know, man.
There was this entire account pretending to be me, just using a different name. There were pictures I'd never even posted on Instagram before on there. Pictures exclusive to my old phone. My head was spinning. I actually felt sick over this. I immediately assumed whoever found my old phone somehow bypassed the password. The account had 50 followers and it was following around 150 people. The posts all got like 5 to 10 likes. Most had no comments, but some had basic comments like a flame emoji or whatever. Yeah. This account was literally pretending to be me.
That's crazy, bro.
It had a story posted, so I went to check that. and I felt even more sick to my stomach. It was a boomerang panning from my house to my car over and over, as if they were showing off both. A boomerang is basically just a looping 2-second video that goes back and forth from one point to another.
Yo.
This meant whoever was doing this knew where I lived and had any other information I may have still had on that phone. The story was posted only a few hours ago. I immediately thought to go to find my iPhone settings and turn on lost mode. I regretted not doing that the second I lost that phone now.
Right.
When I tracked my old phone one last time, I was in for another horrible surprise. It said the location of my old phone was right outside our house somewhere. There's a lot of space between houses in our gated...
No. What? Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, bro.
Phone was right outside our house somewhere. There's a lot of space between houses in our gated community, so there was no mistaking that person was still out there on the property somewhere. I turned on lost mode on the old phone, then ran downstairs to get my roommate Corey's attention. It seemed he was already occupied, though, by his husky barking at something in the backyard. Corey was standing by the door watching his dog. I explained in as few words as possible because I felt the situation was dire. We stepped out into the yard together to call his dog in. He was out in the grass barking rather viciously at someone or something out of sight. The dog was barely visible because it was so dark out. We went together to grab the dog by the collar, and as we got hold of him, we saw someone in the bushes run away into the patch of trees that separated our house from the next house.
Yo,
it was like a jump scare moment in a horror movie. That dark figure I saw run into the trees had to be the stalker pretending to be me on Instagram. I just knew it.
Bro.
We brought the dog inside and locked the door. You may ask, why didn't we let the dog chase down whoever it was? That's because Corey's dog is all bark, no bite. He wouldn't ever harm a fly.
Oh yeah. Definitely Bella here. She'll bark at you all day. But the second you walk up to her, come on now. Like, she's so fake. Y'all. Oh my gosh. Love you, Bella.
It was. That's because Corey's dog is all bark, no bite. He wouldn't ever harm a fly.
Right.
At some point in the middle of the night, the dog started barking again downstairs by the front door. This was very unusual behavior. So Corey and I both checked out the windows and then stepped outside. It was the most scared I had ever felt in my life, standing on the front porch, looking out into the dark night, knowing someone was out there probably watching us. We went back inside, and for the rest of the night, silence. I think whoever had my...
Bro, like, why didn't you just call the cops and just have the cops come out there? Why didn't you... Like, the second that you see him, like, in the, like, you know, like, outside your house, period, like, the first time, why didn't you just call the cops then? Like, I don't know, bro. That's just crazy to me.
Looking out into the dark night, knowing someone was out there probably watching us. We went back inside, and for the rest of the night, silence. I think whoever had my phone turned it off or smashed it after I put it in lost mode to avoid it being tracked any further. I say this because it would no longer update the location. I checked everywhere by the last known location, but it didn't turn up. After DMing that account that I knew who they were and was filing a report to the police, the account disappeared only a few minutes later.
Like, why did you...
I don't think it was deactivated. I think it was completely deleted. My threat seemed to work. Like I said, this was recently though, and I'm still staying very aware of my surroundings.
Wow, bro. That's crazy, bro. Shouts out to Mr. Nightmare, man, for giving us 3 true horror stories, man, from Instagram, bro. Like, let me know what you guys thought about this reaction, about liking and disliking the video. Like, and have you guys ever experienced anything like that, man? Because I would definitely like to know about that. If you guys came across any weirdos like this, or just like in general, like your Instagram got hacked or something, or if you guys ever been catfished, like definitely let me know down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought about this reaction, and I'll definitely be back with another one tomorrow at midnight, man. So make sure you guys, again, hit that subscribe button. If you don't want to hit that subscribe button, just share it on your social media, man. The SRT gang. I am out this thing, man. Let's get it.